Just click on File Explorer. So you have this folder of documents. Click on these documents. You will find this folder My Tableau repository. Click on this My Tableau repository. You will find this folder called Data Sources. Click on this Data Sources. Now, in my case, I've already done it. So if I scroll down, I'll have this file here, Superstore Canada. Okay, so this start this Tableau app. So if you go to your same application area on the left side, you will find, if you scroll down maybe at the top, you will find this Tableau public. Just click on this. So this will start your Tableau. So if you start the Tableau, you will find the page similar to the one which you are seeing on the screen. This is a landing page of Tableau. So here you find the left side, it's mentioned connect. Beneath that you are finding to a file which is a Microsoft Excel file, text file, right, JSON file. So we want to connect to a Microsoft Excel file, the one which we have just saved in that data sources folder. Just click on this Microsoft Excel. It will open the same folder where you have saved the file. This is My Tableau repository data sources folder. Scroll down, or maybe in your case, since there will be only one file, then you can just select that file and click on open. You will see this processing request, and this is a page which will open on your desktop. So once you connect Tableau to a data source, which is this particular file, so it is on the top left, it is showing you the connections, and it is showing you that it is connected to Superstore Canada Excel file on the left side, right? And on the below you find different sheets. So this particular file, Excel file, so this file, if you open that Excel file on a desktop, you will find that there are three sheets in that data in that Excel file: order sheet, returns sheet, and users sheet. Okay, so we would be working on an order sheet at this point. So click on this order sheet. Don't release the mouse. Just drag that sheet to this table area and release it there. Okay, so you have this reference ID, order date, okay, order ID, priority, ship date, ship mode, customer ID, customer segment, customer name, postal code, city, state, country, region, market, product ID, product category, product subcategory, product name, product container, quantity, sales price, cost price, and your discount, ship cost, and status. So you can scroll through using the bar here, and you can scroll up and down from a scroll bar on the right side. This is all the data which you have. Few observations here. Now you see that there is on each column there is a header, right? The header name, the name of the column, right? And these names are same as they are in Excel sheet. So you'll find that there is icon which is at the top of each column. Now this icon is blue in color, right? So blue, all the blue color icons, tables, columns correspond to the dimensions. Towards the end, if you scroll, okay, these icons say, for example, now starting with orders, right, which is, sorry, starting with quantity, they are green in color. So these all are measures except status, which is blue. Status is a dimension. Quantity, sales price, cost price, and discount and ship cost are measures. Rest others says, for example, product name, product container, product subcategory, product category. These all are dimensions, state, different states. So this actually data relates to the sales outlets, retail sales outlets in Canada, similar to what we have something called Big Bazaar maybe in India. So it is a data which corresponds to the sales the respective stores are doing for that company. Now you have this field here on the right side which is showing you these 1000 at this point, 1000. Okay, so if I just delete this and write 10,000 here, okay, so we want to move till 10,000, so and I click on this arrow besides that. Now it's showing me, telling me that there are 8,399 rows. So there are 8,399 rows in this data sheet. You can go to say each column here, say maybe order date, right? And I click on a small drop down in that column on the right side. So if I click that and I say describe, so it opens up a window. This is showing me specifications of this column in terms of the data. So it's telling us that this particular order date is a dimension, right? Order date is a dimension. Is it correct? It should be dimension or measure. Order date, it should be dimension because this is a discrete, right? In the sense that it's 1424, right? Different days. Okay. So it also tells us that this is date time column. Okay, this is a date time field. We'll come to different types of date, different types of fields which we have. So this is a date time field because this is filled up with date. This doesn't contain any null, right? This null means there's no blank missing value in this column. And these are some of the sample data which this particular column has. It's also telling us that there are 1401 unique dates here. Okay, the total unique numbers are 1401, members are 1401. Okay, and this is just a sample 20 dates just to understand what the data looks like in this particular column. Okay, now say if I go to ship mode, I click on the same drop down, I click on describe. So this is telling me this is ship mode data field, right, which is again a dimension, and it is a string, it is a character string. This data is string. So in this particular column we have three members, three unique categories: delivery truck, express air, and regular air. These are the three types of ship modes which we have, and it doesn't contain null. Let's close this. Let's look at say state, for example. State describe. Now state is your character string. Okay, it's a discrete dimension. These are the number of different states which are in Canada. Okay, so these are the different states. There are 13 states which appear in this data, which are namely these: Alberta, British Columbia, right, Ontario, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Yukon. These are different states. Now you'd notice that this particular column, okay, country, and not country, state, has a icon which is similar to globe. So this tells us that this is geographical data. So this date has a calendar like icon. So this is a date time data field. This is say for example ship mode. This is ABC, right? ABC means it's a string or a character, set of characters. Express air, regular air, right? Similarly, this reference ID, it has a hash. So this means it's a numeric. It's in a numeric form, but it's a dimension, right? Because these will be discrete numbers only. This has no numerical implication. These are just numeric identities. Now I'm scrolling towards the right. So let's quantity. Quantity is green in color and numeric. Okay. Let's see the description. This is a measure, continuous measure field. This is an integer. Data type is signed integer. Okay. Close. If I move towards right, then discount. Discount is again measure field. It's a floating point, so it's in decimals, right? And just close it. And the last column is status, which comprises of say describe, which comprises of, it's a dimension. It has two members, okay and return. So status has two categories, okay and return, right? So okay, so other features which you have is, say, if I click on say product subcategory, again I'm just clicking on product subcategory for, so I can rename this. I can write product category, right? So you see that the name has changed to product category. Okay, so I can choose to rename these fields if I wish to, or I can go ahead with the same names. It depends as to what is that you want to. At times you might need to change the labels to make it more user friendly from the user perspective. Okay, because your data source may have some different nomenclature which may not be very user friendly, so you might need to change the names. If you want to reset, if you want to come back to the same name, I am just saying reset, it has gone back to the same name, product PROD category. I can choose to hide a particular field. So if I go here, I say hide. Now product category is no more visible in your data. Now if I have to just bring it back, this is the option of show hidden fields here. You just click on show hidden field checkbox, and you find that there's a product category appearing here, but it's in gray mode, it's not in dark mode. So I can choose to unhide it. So this product category is unhide now. Then we have this sort field option. So right now you can see that its data source order is written here. So which means the sequence of these columns here is same as per the Excel data source which you have, which is the Excel sheet. But you can choose to sort this in a ascending or a descending order. If I click on A to Z descending, the sequence of the columns has changed from A to Z. So city is the first column now, and cost price is the second column. And as we move ahead, there's a discount. So the order of the columns has changed. I can put it in a Z to A descending order. So it's now starting from S to A. The next we see the region. Or you can, so if there are multiple tables here, then you can convert the order per table. But since now it's there, we have only one table, so A to Z descending or Z to A ascending or data source order. So I'm bringing it back to data source order because I want to retain the order which I have. So there's no point in changing the order at this point, right? So I'm just retaining it as is. One more feature which I wanted to share with you is with respect to this filters. On the right side, you have this option of filters. So it's showing you add here. So let me add. So I'm just adding. This is a window which appears. So I'm filtering the data now. I'll just say add. So it's showing me the list of all the fields which I have. And I can choose to say do a filtering on any field which is appearing here. So maybe if I choose to do it on say product category, okay, I select product category, I say okay. I get this filter product category window. It says select from list. So I choose to select only say furniture and office supplies, for example. I'm only checking box to these two. I'm not taking technology here. So which means I only want to see the product category corresponding to furniture and office supplies. I just say okay. I again say okay. You're seeing that your data observations are only 6334. That means all the rows which corresponded to technology have disappeared. I'm just going to the product category. I just clicked on the drop down option, describe. Now you see that this has only two members. One is furniture, the other is office supplies. It's not showing you technology. So your technology data is not there. So this is how you can filter a data. I can edit the filter, right? So I select this filter again, remove office supplies as well. I say okay. I say okay. Now this is only showing me 1724 rows. So you have only data corresponding to furniture. Okay, if I go to this drop down, I see the describe. We only have furniture. Okay, so you can also have multiple filters. So for example, let me show you edit. So in product category, I edit. I want to just add one technology also. Okay, This is one. Okay. And then I'm editing it again. I'm adding one more filter. Say state, for example. Okay. Okay. And I'm selecting only first four states: Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick. I say okay. So now your data is only showing 1416 fields. Now there are two filters. One is state filter, wherein I'm keeping 4 members out of 13 members, and I have product category filter, wherein I'm keeping furniture and technology. So the data which I'm seeing now corresponds to the product category filter and technology, and the states are only these four which we have selected. Okay. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick, right? This sheet which we are working on at this point is called a data source. On the leftmost, you see this is data source. So this is called a data source field, and this is called a data source filter. Right? This filter is at a data source level. So we can choose to filter the data at the data source level itself, based on the data which we need. Right? We need not uh, keep the data which is not required or which may not be relevant for your requirement. So now I'm just removing all the filters because I want to use all data for my further analysis. So I'm just selecting one and removing, and I'm selecting another and removing. Okay. Okay. So now there's no filter which exists. There are 8399 rows back with me.